everyone. Good night and welcome back to Deadliner Horror Podcast. I'm Friska Margaret Purba.
Nah, and then tonight we've got a story that honestly the first time I heard it sent chills down my spine.
Exactly, this story comes straight from our guest who personally experienced something terrifying in Gunung Kidul, Jogja. You probably know the place. It's famous for its eerie and mysterious vibe.
And for everyone listening to this London First podcast right now, get ready to turn off the lights if you dare, because this story is going to make you think twice about being alone at night.
Alright, let's bring in our guest for tonight. Hello Mareta how are you?
Hi everyone, I'm good, but honestly, every time I think about this story, I still get goosebumps.
Don't worry, we are all here for it. Okay, then why don't you start from the very beginning?
So, this happened in back in 2020 during the COVID pandemic in August 2020. I returned to my hometown in Jogja, specifically in Gunung Kidul, Sabtosari district. I traveled by bus and then continued the journey up the mountain using a grab car. When I arrived at my place, I chose to rest because I wasn't feeling well and I was very tired. I arrived there at 2:55 2:45 a.m. At first I felt really uneasy being there, but I tried to stay positive, thinking maybe I was just exhausted.
Wow, arriving at nearly 3 in the morning, the village must been pitch dark, right?
Totally, it was super quiet, just the sound of crickets. But at that time, I didn't think much of it. I just wanted to sleep.
Okay.
Um, Next, I went straight to clean up in the bedroom. Alright, the bedroom is located outside the house. So if you want to use it, you have to go out the house. After cleaning up, I went straight to sleep. And the next afternoon, I wake up again at 11 a.m. and I felt like my body couldn't move. It was if something was pressing down on me, but it only lasts for about 7 minutes before I could move again. I still thought maybe I was just tired, and at 1 p.m. I went to the livestock shed to feed the animals with my aunt and my uncle. While feeding the animals, I feel like someone was watching me, even though there was no one else around. My aunt and my uncle were busy feeding the animals. I just felt uneasy, and then suddenly I saw a figure across the rocks. It was a woman with braided hair, and she disappeared just like that.
Wait, what? See this clip? Are you being for real?
Yes, I froze. I didn't tell anyone. Just keep quiet. I thought maybe I was tired or imagining things.
If that were me, I'd be out of there so fast.
I didn't overthink it. Maybe she was just curious about me. After we finished feeding the animals, I went back home to help cook and do other things. That night at 11 p.m., I was scrolling reels in Instagram in the room with my cousin. Her name is Ninda. While in the room, I heard the sound of a gamelan, like the kind usually played to accompany a wayang performance.
At 11 p.m.? No way. That's really horrifying.
I know, right? I asked Ninda about it and she said, "Oh, that's normal here. Just pretend you didn't hear anything." I stayed quiet, but I was covered in goosebumps. In my village, wayang shows are often held at the village hall. I clearly heard the gamelan music. I immediately felt chills all over my body. There was a strange atmosphere. I put down my phone and went to sleep. And around 2 a.m. in the morning, I woke up again because I needed to use the bathroom. I was too scared, but I couldn't hold it anymore. It's not like I could wait in bed. When I stepped out of the room, I saw my uncle sitting in the living room, just sitting silently. I greeted him like, "Uncle, why aren't you sleeping yet?" But he didn't respond. I said again, "I'm going to the bedroom first, okay?" Still no response. I walked through the kitchen to go to the bedroom, and there I saw my uncle. He had just come out of the bedroom. I was stunned, shocked, and couldn't say a word. I hurriedly went back to the living room, but no one was there. Honestly, I was really scared. I was dragged back to the room and just went to sleep, no longer going to the bed.
Hold on. What? So who was in the living room?
Exactly. I went back to
Are you okay, Mareta? It's okay.
Okay, okay. Exactly, I went back to check the living room, but it was empty. No one there. No one was there.
Dude, what? That is straight out of the horror movie. I've got a goosebump just by picturing of that.
Uh, there were many things that made me feel uneasy there, but I can't tell them all. I just assume maybe I was tired. Strange things keep happening, like when I went to a grief pilgrimage. I feel something gripping me tightly at the cemetery, and there were other things too.
Wow, what's a story? Gunung Kidul really live up to its reputation for creepy tales.
Absolutely. And for all you listeners of Customer Horror Podcast, if you got a terrifying story of your own, DM us. Who knows, we might invite you to join us and share your story on the show.
Okay, thank you for our Narasumber, Mareta dari for a story. Alright, that's it for tonight's episode. Remember, don't listen to Deadline Horror Podcast alone in the dark. Good night and bye bye.
Good night.